Okay, guys, we have a crisis. A huge problem with the show. I'm losing hair, and I think that's going to affect us. Now, I just want quick solutions. Ronak.
From hair, I bring you.
You're doing Punjabi for hair.
No.
Fair enough. Good enough.
A man who's known
there and
for his hair
Ooh.
and his outstanding ability to get wickets at one point.
Ooh.
Separamadu Lasith Malinga. Unfortunately, for one of Sri Lanka's greatest limited overs bowlers, it's been a slide downhill in recent times. Since his return to international cricket in June this year, Lasith Malinga's taken just 10 wickets in 13 ODIs at an average of 62.3 and an economy of 6, and going at nearly 9 and over at the death. Add to that concerns over his fitness, including public comments by the Sri Lankan sports minister, and it seems like the axe has finally fallen, with Malinga being omitted from the upcoming ODI series against Pakistan in the UAE. And at 34 years of age, could this be the end of the road for Malinga in international cricket? Let's ask the Runorder lot and try and figure out when this all started going wrong for Sri Lanka's fourth highest wicket taker in ODIs.
I mean, you could see it in Champions Trophy. I mean, I was very surprised that they picked him for the India series. It's possibly, we are obsessed with stats in this part of the world. He was close to 300 wickets. I can't see any other reason why they picked him in 50-over cricket. 20-over cricket, I don't know whether he still has it in him. We will probably find out when he plays. But 50-over cricket, when you have to bowl 10 overs, you have to be at a certain level of fitness, and he didn't look that.
But having said that, let's ask Sean this. There have been a couple of guys carrying weight who've done well in international cricket. Is it possible to when you're Malinga bowling just 10 overs, is it possible to carry the day or not?
I mean, some guys carry weight a bit better than others, and you can continue on for a bit with extra weight, but eventually it catches up with you. And it's caught up with him. I think the last 2 years you could almost see with Lasith. I mean, okay, he's never always going to be at his best, but is he still good enough to get a game in the side? I don't know.
So let's leave the weight aside, terrible remark, for a second and just talk about the Yorkers and that length that he used to hit. Has he lost that ability? Do you lose that ability as you age? Is that something that happens?
I mean, you can see he doesn't get through the crease as quickly as anyway, he has such a unique, difficult action.
Yeah, I think Malinga's biggest strength was that he was quick and then he changed the pace. Now it's like the slower balls are not as effective because in any case his quicker ball, his fast ball is not fast enough.
Even when some batsmen like Kohli, for example, picked him up in 2013-14, he was hitting him to all parts in Hobart, but he was still bowling that pace. Yeah. And in the World T20 final, he came up with a new strategy to counter Kohli and Dhoni. He used to bowl wide. He used to bowl wide Yorkers so they couldn't reach and flick him. So those kind of variations are only effective if your stock ball is pacey enough, is accurate enough. That's something that's gone out of his armory at this point.
If not him, then who? But if they get rid of him, then who's going to spearhead?
There is a solution. They have applied to the ICC to bowl Rangana Hera from both ends.
Earlier, it was Malinga as one of the few senior players in the team, and Matthews also, who's not available for this series. In the absence of Matthews, Farvez Maroof, who was with us with the Sri Lanka series, said, you need Malinga for the seniority. Clearly now they're saying that's not the case. Well, with Malinga out and Angelo Matthews also unavailable, Sri Lanka must rely on their new generation of fast bowlers who haven't necessarily seized the day in the few opportunities they've had. Dushmantha Chamira is 25, he's got pace, he's got bounce, but he'll have to start doing better than an average of over 50 in ODIs. Then there is young left-arm quick Vishwa Fernando, for whom it was baptism by fire in his debut ODI series, with the might of India coming down hard on him. He'll be hoping to do better against Pakistan. Now Sri Lanka will be grateful that they welcome some experience back into the ranks, with both Nuwan Pradeep and Suranga Lakmal returning to the ODI squad after an injury layoff. But even they need to up their game now in Malinga's absence. Pradeep still averages 40 in ODIs and will be vying for a regular run in the side after having played just 23 matches in 5 years since his debut in 2012. Suranga Lakmal, the most experienced from this lot, last played an ODI in the Champions Trophy in June this year, incidentally against Pakistan, and will now have to lead this relatively inexperienced pace bowling lineup in the absence of Malinga.
Eventually seniority is going to hurt the side.
Yeah, it passes out.
If you're not performing, you can't be in the side.
Let's also talk about Malinga beyond Sri Lanka, because how does this going to affect his IPL career? Because he's the highest wicket taker, I think, in IPL history. 3 of his most expensive spells in his whole IPL career was last season, and he was outbowled by, I think, 3 or 4 of the players in his own team.
Does he continue in the IPL? Quick, last point.
I wouldn't pick him.
I'd be very surprised if he's one of the sort of marquee players that franchises go for.
The fielding is a huge problem too. He doesn't really run.
Bending,
doesn't
you
run-
mean?
The fielding, generally.
Which includes bending.
So it's hard work for a young captain who's anyway trying to get 50 overs through to have Lasith Malinga at his
I
own
believe when you have a
pace.
senior cricketer, keep him at short leg and have him in that position all day. Because then he doesn't have to move much.
Senior cricketer never stands at short leg. The senior cricketer never stands at.
I just want to clarify, Ajit Agarkar, that in the Harry Shield, I stood at short leg, and even though we
You were
lost,
a senior player.
this topic rocks, we'll keep it.